me sunshine. You make me happy when the skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. When you get sober, you can barely look in the mirror, you know, and your head is a endless loop of shame thoughts. The fusses, I call them, the fat, ugly stupids, the what's wrong with yous. I was given the book, You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. And in that book, Louise Hay says it takes 25,000 positive thoughts to erase one negative thought. Well, that was actually good news for me. So I began writing positive affirmations, thousands of them in my journals. I love and approve myself. I love and approve of myself. I'm capable, worthy, and deserving. I'm happy, healthy, healed, and whole. And I place them in Post-its all around my mirror. I love you. Have a beautiful day. God loves you. You are going to be so happy, healthy, healed, and whole. Did I believe what I saw in the mirror? Nah. Not for a while. But in that mirror is where I first met her. AMATERASU, shining as bright as the sun. AMATERASU, the Japanese Shinto goddess of the sun. Her story is one of emerging from the shadows of self-doubt. And I doubted my brightness. You see, in the Japanese Shinto tradition, there is no relegation of the moon to the feminine and the sun to the masculine. No, they know the truth, that the feminine shines as brightly as the sun. But I had self-doubt, and hence she came. When AMATERASU was a child, she had shadows and shade of jealousy cast upon her by her brothers and other lesser gods. And so she ran self-banished into a cave of darkness, the Amanoi Wato cave of sacred rocks. The legends tell us that she wouldn't come out. She refused to shine. And so, with no sun, the world began to suffer. Darkness and famine and drought. And the gods and goddesses, they became desperate to have her come out of the cave. And so they derived a plan. And her brothers placed a giant mirror outside the cave and called to her, "Sister, we have found someone to shine in your place." Curious, she tiptoed to the mouth of the cave and in one moment sees her reflection and cannot deny her beauty and her brightness, and never was dark again. AMATERASU stayed with me and guided me to my first Reiki healing circle of light. It was a Friday night, and a girlfriend and I went to a New Age stop called Crystal Vision in Hollywood, Florida. It was full of lots of crystals and candles. You know. And we walk in on a Friday night to the crystals and candles. And there's all these people sitting in a circle with some empty seats dressed in purple. And so we went to the empty seats. And then the woman who was leading it, the Reiki master, stood up in a purple robe and went over to the CD player and pressed play on the corniest inner child music I have ever heard in my life. I am opening up to sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. Something like that. Weird. Vulnerable. Strange. But be open-minded, so we sat there. And we meditated for a while, sort of, with our eyes closed. And then all of a sudden, she signaled to her students who had been attuned to the Reiki energy. And they each stood up and came behind those of us who were new. and they transmitted the love and light energy from their hands into my back. And I couldn't help but notice that a little spark was ignited in my heart. It was undeniable. And that spark led to a 20-year journey in my life to become a holy fire Reiki master and teacher. And in that time with AMATERASU, I have watched that spark become as big and as bright and as bold as the sun.